The recent Venom movie, Let There Be Carnage, is not a good movie by any stretch of the imagination. Neither is it the worst movie ever, or the worst superhero movie ever. Of course not. It's not like that. And it's far from being this woke fest that the director, Gollum, told us it was going to be, because of this depiction of a particular scene that he mentioned in which the symbiote comes out. Nothing of the sort ever happens inside the film. In fact, the scene that he was referring to doesn't even have Eddie Brock in it. So there is nothing of the sort, and be glad and go to the cinema with the realization that it's not a woke fest and it is just a decent film. In my opinion, it's just a decent film. It's not pretentious, it doesn't take itself too seriously, it's just mindless entertainment, and that's it, and that's fine as well. Not every single superhero movie has to be philosophical, or has to deal with great things, or insurmountable obstacles, or anything of the sort, and not every comic book movie has to be like that. The problem with Venom is that the movie, as a whole, has certain flaws, and one of them is, in my opinion, the PG rating for it, as it is a PG-13 film that makes the movie a little lame and a little bit stupid. This because it has amongst the characters two that are considered deranged criminals, a serial killer in the face of Cletus Cassidy, who is Carnage, and it also has Shriek. And if you do not know these characters, they appeared in one of the bloodiest, most violent Spider-Man stories ever told, and this comes from the 1990s, and it is Maximum Carnage. Both characters played the same parts, the same roles they are trying to play here, like they are something of a couple of sorts, but they also have this sort of distorted family in there. They have like children, so they are this dysfunctional image of a family. Something similar happens here, but I have to say that even though Woody Harrelson played it masterfully in A Natural Born Killers, and he's trying to do something of the sort here, because of the rating the movie has, it cannot really play like that, and it falls short from the mark. Just doesn't gel well. That, though, does not stop the film from being a huge success, and I'm glad to see that. Now, I'm not glad to see that because I like the movie, or because I feel that this is an important movie. It doesn't have to do with that, but with the fact that those that enjoy the first movie, of course, are going to get a kick out of this one as well. Also, because not having this woke agenda in it helps the film as a whole be more enjoyable. Everyone who enjoyed the first one then will be more than glad to enjoy this one as well and feel happy that the movie is out there. It also states quite clearly that the game in the industry right now has changed a little bit, and that the people in general, the audience, moviegoers, are trying to enjoy films. So it sets like something of a slap right on the face of Disney when we also hear the news that Venom has outsold something like Shang-Chi and Black Widow. Both of them have been biting the dust when it comes to Venom numbers during the weekend, and it poses to be one successful opening for Sony. Also, that means that in the long run, Disney will have to always look for deals with Sony if they want to continue working with Spider-Man as a character. As of right now, it is hilarious, truly funny to see how Tom Holland, for instance, who is playing Spider-Man right now, tried to make it all like Disney is the be-all and end-all, when he in fact is working for Sony. But be that as it may, the reality is that there is going to be lots and lots of Spider-Man from Sony, and they are going to do whatever it takes from them to hold on to the rights and continue making movies that will turn into dividends for them. And make no mistake, this is good business for them. So Disney will always have to look for Sony if they want to use Spider-Man in the MCU. This, of course, is another slap right at Disney's face, and I am more than happy to see it take place, to see it happen right now, because they deserve this rude awakening. They deserve this that is coming their way. The products that they are churning out right now from the Phase 4 are not really up to the standard that we had before. I don't really see myself or anybody else talking about Black Widow the movie as a classic, the way that they would maybe talk about, let's say, the first Iron Man film. I don't really see that happening. I don't really think that that's going to happen anytime soon. Because of that, I also like to see that Disney will have to deal with Sony. Maybe that will be something of a wake-up call to them, but I think that it's not. The only thing that I feel happy about is that we finally see that entertainment is only that, entertainment, and we can see through the lies and deceit from these Hollywood types like Gollum right here that try to sell it as this woke fest only to appease the Twitter mob. If you can see past that and you can see through their lies, then you are all in for good entertainment. But also at the same time, I believe that we should not be supporting that sort of behavior or that sort of attitude and promoting a film. It's just my opinion, of course, but in the long run, it is affecting films as well. Don't do it. Just stay away from that. Do your own thing. Do your own thing without having to resort to this sort of behavior or this sort of promotion. It's bad when you do false advertising, when you promise fans something that is not there, and it's also bad when you do this sort of thing in which you say this is there to pander to the woke crowds, to the libtards, and trying to turn all the audience off from your product, from the project, because you want to pursue an agenda or because you are told and you are mandated to do so. In any case, if you enjoyed Venom, go and watch Let There Be Carnage. You are going to get a kick out of it. Don't expect this movie to be ultra philosophical, but at the same time, I don't think that you are going to be disappointed if you enjoyed the first one. In the end, it's good to see that this is doing great, because it means that Disney will not get a hold of Spider-Man to use them as they please in other forms of entertainment that is not a comic book, and that Sony will continue having total control over the character for movies in this case. It's just my opinion. Let me know yours down below in the comments, and until next time everyone, peace out.